Jordan Babatunde isn't your typical exchange student. After training for years in martial arts, Babatunde picked up boxing his first year of college. And he's taken his talents to Sydney. He teaches a weekly boxing class at the Queen Mary building.
I didn't really have an internship or like really a plan of what I wanted to do in general. So I figured, okay, I like teaching people and I like to exercise. So why not like run an event here at QMB?
Teaching classes isn't typically what students look forward to while studying abroad, but Babatunde really gravitates toward it.
There's nothing like, at least for me, there's nothing like teaching boxing to people, especially people that have never done anything like that before.
Babatunde's classes welcome all skill levels, but most attendees are true beginners.
And it is definitely heavily dictated by people's experience. But what I'll do is like we always start with the warm-up, maybe about 15 minutes or so, just do like basic like push-ups, sit-ups, you do some neck rolls, some flexibility type things. And then it's like I call it like a mirror drill, where two people partner up and essentially one person is leading, kind of like in a dance, and the other person has to mirror what they do. And so we do that for a little bit, and then they change partners because like everyone has their own rhythm and everything like that, so they have to get used to like kind of modifying it depending on who they're working with. Then I usually go into like maybe 1 or 2 punches. Punches I feel are always a little weird because everyone wants to punch. They're like, oh, like yes, boxing class, like I want to punch things, but like you got like those you definitely have to take real slow because it's very easy to like throw a punch, mess up your elbow or like your hand or something like that. So I usually start, you get the jab, you get the cross, and then if maybe a week or 2 later, like okay, now we can do a left hook, then a right hook, then we move on from there.
Boxing is extremely demanding, both physically and mentally. So what keeps these students coming back each week?
Sometimes I get the response where they're like, I feel like there's a stronger person inside, but it's tough to reach that person. And for me, it's like, okay, then I want to try to like try to pull that person out so that they can see it. And I start to see them getting into it. Like I get flashes of that strong person deep down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. When people are really tired, when they're really tired and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm like, come on, put your hands up one more time. And then that tiredness, like it kind of changes to like focus because they can't afford to like waste any energy. And then they look at you differently. And sometimes it's like looking at a different person.
These students came to Sydney expecting to be taught by professors. Turns out they're being taught by one of their peers.